Hi, good afternoon and Happy New Year. I actually started earlier on about half an hour ago, but I do not know why the Facebook just locked me out. So I'm continuing now. Um, I'm showing you the fermented beetroot that I have done. As you know that I'm always traveling, so I do not have the luxury of fermenting my vegetables or anything at all in the glass bottles, ideally. Okay, so I ferment them in food grade plastics, and this has been air flown from Bangkok. This is it. Okay, so I do not have a new batch of beetroot to show you because this was like very organic, freshly harvested from my friend's garden. So as you know, when the vegetables are freshly harvested, it still has got the voltage in the vegetables, the energy which we call it. So since when I was in Bangkok, there's no proper kitchen equipment or whatever, so I just use even without a chopping board, with a knife which is not so sharp, I managed to peel open the skin and also clean it, because I have a Kangen water machine in my hotel room. So it is always a must whenever I make any kind of ferment, because most of the not every time, most of the time we do not get to have a chance to have organic vegetables or fresh produce. Yeah, so I could turn a non-organic vegetables into organic one by using a strong Kangen water from the Kangen water machine. Yeah, so before that, before touching any kind of when you're doing the fermented food stuff, hygiene is key number one. Okay, so with the strong acidic water which can be produced from the machine at pH 2.5, I do not need to boil the water to sterilize the equipment or whatever. The pH 2.5 water itself is good enough to kill even Salmonella bacteria or E. coli bacteria or some pathogenic bacteria. Yeah, so my hands are clean now, and I'm going to be showing you. Wow, this is so beautiful. I'll show you. Look at that. And tastes delicious as well. Okay, so I'm going to try a piece, and I'm going to be telling you how I made it so delicious. Usually it is quite difficult to ferment beetroot because it has got this very strong green flavor and very tastes like iron, but this is just so delicious. Wow, the secret, I'm going to be reviewing the secret soon. Okay, when I'm given something so precious like this, organic vegetables, I always have my salt ready with me. Either good quality sea salt or Himalayan salt. Yeah, ever ready. That will be the first ingredient to use for fermenting any kind of ferment. Yeah. So what I did was, I still had no clue what I wanted to do with it. After I clean it and I cut into small chunks, and I just use salt to sort of like marinate. And how much salt? Because I didn't have a scale with me. So the amount of salt was like, as you mix the salt into any kind of vegetables that you're going to ferment, the salt level should be just slightly above the saltiness that you can take. Just slightly over, okay? So if less than that, the fermentation will not happen, okay? So then that was like after 1 day. So what I did was I just put everything into this food grade plastic. I'm not sure whether it's able to obtain a buy in Malaysia, but in Thailand they have lots of food grade plastics, but for hot food or for cold food, or for both. So I just lightly tie it, because you still need to burp it, as it starts to ferment. So the airlock was like quite easy. Normally you need to submerge everything underwater. So the good thing about this is I can just squeeze up, after 1 day the water from the vegetables start to ooze out. So I have everything underwater, and I just lightly tied it this way. So not really tight, okay, so that the air can still escape from the inside and the oxygen is not going to the inside. Okay, anaerobic fermentation, right? So then after a second day, I decided to, give it some flavor. Then I was like wondering, what flavor can I add in to pair, to give it a nice flavor. So I did an internet search, okay, the pairing for beetroots and everything, and I saw orange, okay. And then when I went to the supermarket, when I pick up an orange, oh my god, when I look at the price, it was like almost like 15 ringgit. Thai baht is 129 baht, 129 baht, which is about 15 to 16 ringgit for one orange. I thought, hey, come on, because fermentation of anything shouldn't be that expensive. So I started looking for local fruits, and I found this orange, this kind of mandarin orange, which is like say about 5 ringgits. I've got about 12 of these. So this is very, very, effective, cost effective in that sense, okay. And then what I did was I peel open. Still, my beetroots chunks were submerged in the water, and I open up this, peel open the mandarin orange. Remove this. Okay, remove the skin. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, I need to cough. Something is choking. Okay, so this is what I did. Remove the seed as well, the seeds. So I actually peeled about at least 8 mandarin oranges like this. Have all the seeds removed. And what I did was I just threw everything inside and mash it up in my hand, okay. I like to ferment food with my own hands, but of course I need to clean it properly with the strong acidic water. Okay, and even when you wash with soap, you know, the soap has got this alkaline, the soapy smell, which will not be good for your fermented food stuff. So what I did was like, so I just mash up everything inside and then tighten it again. So this has been since 18th of December. I tasted it already, you saw that, and I'm going to make into a nice salad. I'm going to be peeling my orange first. Okay. Very, very quickly. I should have peeled first just now. I forgot. Okay, 2, 3. Okay, so 5 pieces would do. So this is an example of how we can use a locally produced fruits or any kind of produce to create taste and flavors in our ferments. You know, it was so funny. Yesterday when I did a Facebook Live on my actual account, I said that one of the things that I would like to do for 2019 is making myself younger and younger as I age. And strange enough, when I opened my YouTube, the first video that appeared was like an Indian guru, health guru. He shared about methods, you know, very ancient methods about how to stay young and look young as you get older. I was like, oh my God, my wish come true. So fast it is a manifesting, and I already know what to do, but whether it is showing results or not, you know, I will have to wait for a little while when I start to execute the methods that was mentioned. Nice. And the key message from the master was look into within, you know, look at your own body, and then basically it's about body management. Okay, ready. Now I'm going to pick up the fermented beetroot that has got orange flavor in it. Nice. And also one of the things that I would like to suggest is, if you are wanting to eat any kind of fermented, homemade fermented food for health reasons, because this is also called probiotic food, right? And of course, in the market, you will be hearing things like, you know, people saying that fermented food is no good. It is no good when it is like sold in the supermarket on the shelf. Okay, any fermented food that is made from home is the best. Okay, because you actually make sure that you clean them properly and you ferment them properly in a conducive environment. And also, before I clean the rocket salad, as you can see that this is a bit wilted. Okay, I clean it with strong Kangen water, and then I pluck away all the ends that is already turning yellow. Okay, this is something that a lot of people don't realize. Okay, because this is already oxidized. The brown spots, they are rust. They are rust in vegetables. So when you consume that, your body will also rust, meaning, you know, aging. Yeah. So once you clean that properly, I clean that with a strong Kangen water and a strong acidic water from this machine, and also pluck away the oxidized part from the vegetables. And then, so this is, I can call this a anti-aging dish. And also, most of the produce in our country, in a tropical country, in any tropical country, the weather is really hot, okay, and it's high, and most of our ferment will really ferment really fast, okay, and then we need to keep it in the fridge. But for the Chinese, we do not like to eat too much of cold food. So how do you make it warm? I would suggest that we add some ginger, okay, grated ginger. I should grate it inside. Okay, in order for this to look good, I want to put the onion first. Okay, the onion, which I have also cleaned. Cut into very, very tiny length. Okay, not too much. Also, when you want to eat something healthy, you also want it to look good as well, right? So I cut onion like this. Okay, and grated ginger. So ginger will be very good, even when you're eating cold food. It will create a warmth in the body. So when the body is too cold, the circulation, the blood circulation is not circulating properly. Wow, okay, a lot on top here. Okay, and then I pour this good quality olive oil from Lebanon, which I bought it in Kuwait. Now it's not easy to find a good quality olive oil, because it's really very difficult to find, because there could be a mixture. Even if they put first cold press or virgin olive oil, sometimes it can be fake one. Also, please smell it. Okay, smell it, because then you will know whether the oil is oxidized already. Very important, because if you consume oxidized oil or oil that has already turned rancid, you are taking rust. Okay, what is rust going to happen in your body? It's going to rust you. Okay, and the pure and good quality olive oil will actually give you a sensation on the throat. A slight sensation is like almost choking you. So this is a good quality olive oil. And I'm going to pour it over the beetroot a little bit. A bit of roasted nuts, orange. Wow. This is so delicious. This is why I call my brand name as Crazy Asian Ferment, because we can be more creative than the Western style of fermented method, because the Western style would be mostly a salt brine, and then you just submerge everything in the water, and then they become so sour after that. It's like, that was what happened when I started to know about fermented food back in, I think, end of 2016 November. So my knowledge about fermentation is really not that far off. However, I think I pick up really fast. Okay, so, and I also realized that the first few batches of fermented food that are like fermented with just salt brine wasn't delicious at all. You know, I made so many and I kept in the fridge, and when you look at that, it's like, oh my god, I feel sour already in my teeth. So, and then after that, that was in November 2016, and then after that I had a chance to go to Japan, and well, I forgot, actually it could be end of 2015, so it's between that period of time, so either 2 or 3 years only, right? And then when I went to Japan to understand about the deliciousness of their Japanese ferments, and that really changed my mind altogether. And then after that, when I understood that our culture in Malaysia, or even in any Southeast Asian country, we also have our own fermented food. Okay, even more if you are willing to explore. That's why our dishes are so delicious. Like, let's say for example, belacan. You know, belacan is the fermented shrimps, which is one of the key ingredients in most of our dishes in Southeast Asia. In Malaysia, it is called belacan. In the Philippines, it's called bagoong. In Thailand, it's called kapi. In Indonesia, I think it's called terasi. Okay, and then in Myanmar, in Cambodia, they also have their own name. So these are the fermented ingredient that is creating the umami deliciousness in our food, Southeast Asian food. Okay, of course, those like fish sauce from Thailand, from Vietnam, and if not careful, we might also be buying the not so genuine one. Okay, so if I'm able to do it, I want to make my own ingredients. Therefore, I actually go deep down to find out about how to make chinchalo, our fermented shrimps, belacan, and also soy sauce, fish sauce, and all that. Okay, so that's all for now today, and check it out. And I'm also going to be eating together with wild rice. American wild rice. Okay, and I want to take picture of this fermented dish. Let me borrow my son's mobile phone. Wait for a moment. I should add more beetroot to show that there's a lot of beetroot inside. Okay, and I've just cooked a bit of wild rice. Wild rice from Northern America, normally eaten by the American Red Indians. Apparently it grows in the lakes. Nice. It was quite difficult to find wild rice because I have been looking for it for a long time. My God. Oh, you cannot see my face. So wild rice is quite difficult to I bought it in Hong Kong, one of the most high-end supermarkets. So when I saw that, you know, I grabbed it immediately. And now I'm going to be eating my, oh, did you see you saw my beetroot, fermented beetroot salad. Eating with my wild rice, American wild rice, which has got high protein. Now, what happened is this rice has got lots of fibers and high in protein. And when you are eating probiotic food, in fact, even if you're taking the probiotic tablets, it is best to consume prebiotic as well. Okay, that is the food for the probiotics. So the prebiotics are the fibers. So in this case, when you're making your own fermented food, the vegetables, it has got fibers as well. It has got probiotic properties inside. Let me taste it. So I would really call this a very clean dish, clean meal, okay, because there's no other chemically prepared seasonings in this entire meal. The wild rice was, I cooked one cup and boiled with 2.5 cups of water, Kangen water. Well, the rice is a bit chewy. Lots of going on in the mouth. Nice. This is a happy meal. This is a clean meal. So nice. I also call this the living food. Okay. It wasn't denatured by cooking. That's all for now. Bye. Thank you for watching.